once again, I want you to pay attention to the detail here coming out of this whole thing. The woman you're looking at here is said to have died in Malaysia, Flight 17, that went down in Ukraine. Now, this woman's parents believe that she's alive still. There's a potential for her to be alive, and they have different reasons for this. Now, many of you could probably say that it's wishful thinking. Her father, George, believes that if his daughter was strapped into her seat when the plane crashed, this could have cushioned the impact of hitting the ground. He says nobody speaks about survivors, and there must be a reason for it. There is some evidence there are survivors still. Now, granted, these parents went down in this war-torn region when they were warned by everyone not to. No security, nothing. Showed up in the area, as you can see right here. And they left flowers. As always, I'll leave a link so you guys can check this out. But their main belief behind this whole thing, that their daughter might have potentially be alive, is the fact that her phone continued to ring after the crash. There's been other reports of strangers answering other people's phones, actually answering them. And this is huge because it should be tracked and this should be a big story, but it's not. And what we have here is we seen this in Flight 370. The people were like, the families were like, the phones are ringing through. And this was huge because at first they were like, oh, these are conspiracy nuts. They don't know what they're talking about. And then the next thing you know, boom. The fact that cell phone towers picked up communications off the plane over the Malacca Strait blew the whole thing open. It put the plane on the opposite side of Malaysia, and it changed the whole story of Flight 370. The fact of the matter is, if the battery is out of the phone or the phone is shut off, it should go straight to voicemail, if not ringing once, maybe twice. They are getting full ring throughs. One, you can only get which if the phone is powered on and intact, picking up service. Two, it has to be in a region where it picks up service. You're talking out in the far reaches of eastern Ukraine here, in farmlands. And they're saying that people's cell phones are being answered by other people. This is my thing. This is what got this guy and his wife to leave and go all the way down to the Ukraine to see for themselves. Even though they didn't find anything, they laid a reef. The fact of the matter still remains. These phones were ringing. And yes, this guy, is probably, out there on a whim, hoping that his daughter's still alive. But I seem to think that everyone that was supposed to have been aboard this plane, until they can show me a body of someone that officially was supposed to have been on this plane and ID'd as them, not just a news piece. I want to see some photos, some evidence. Until then, I don't have any proof that a single one of these people even were on this flight. Because all the proof that I have so far shows me that the bodies that came out of the sky were bodies that were already dead for the most part. As crazy as it sounds. And don't forget the proof of the guy that was supposed to have boarded a plane and took a picture, and it showed them boarding a different plane with the tag number RC instead of RD, like the wreckage you see here. And that proved that that guy was boarding that plane, and they're saying he's dead. Same plane this woman's supposed to be on. And now you're telling me that their cell phones are ringing through and people are actually answering them? That's what her father and her family were saying, and it's crazy. You're never going to get the full answer to this, but I just wanted to put the details out there because it was a game-changing difference in 370, even though we haven't found that. But it changed the game up. So, I mean, what would you think if you were told that your family member just went down in this explosion and this plane crash, and you're calling it, it's actually ringing through. You know, like I said, we've tested this before. We've been through the whole nine with this, and the fact of the matter is that they can not only say that they can't say that, oh, it's this or that. People were answering some of the victims' phones when families were calling. That's game changer. Are they tracking back the communications now through the network to see exactly who answered that phone from what tower it came? Hell no, they're not. A real investigative unit out here really wanting to know the truth would be doing these things. They're not. What does that tell you? It tells you them and the mainstream media is guilty. They're not after the truth. Huge fabrication here, guys. This is the latest. I just wanted to throw it out there and let you know what's going on. I'll leave links as always and keep you posted as I get more. It's been Dabu7. Peace.